Yes.
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 All right, Mr. Bates, this has been approved, and again, as I told that gentleman, we're recommending board on December 2nd, it will go full board of commissioners.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to number 4, I guess it is.
Okay. And we have Suzanne Cook, applicant for her father, Tim Brown, is requesting a dual rezone for his 28.28 acres from A1 to AR and A2. She's requesting to rezone a 4.15 acre portion from A1 to AR to split to gift his daughter, and is requesting to rezone the remaining 24.13 acres from A1 to A2 to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. Property is located at 1232 Shirley Road in Royston on map 87, parcel 20 in District 4.
All right, Ms. Cook. Or Mr. Brown. Is anyone here to represent these people? If not, I don't think we can move forward with this.
And we've made those amendments where the applicant
Applicant does not have to be present, is that correct?
That went back and forth so long, I forgot, but I'm sure Brett knows.
Me too, okay. All right. Okay, we'll move forward with it. Is there anyone here, we'll open the public hearing. Is anyone here wants to speak in favor of? Hearing none, is there anyone here wants to speak in opposition to? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing, and I will entertain a motion to approve the conditions or deny.
One question for Tracy. Can you scroll to the larger parcel? I'm trying to figure out exactly where that 4.15 acres fits, where they're going to cut it off. Is it? We're probably going to need to do, yeah.
Okay.
So the point to the far left, I know it's turning sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Where would the 4.15 acres be cut off of that larger parcel?
I think it's down there in that corner.
Where it shows on this map,
It's on the corner.
very tip right, top right-hand corner up there where it comes into.
Yeah.
It's right off Shirley Drive.
So it would be that tip at the far left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Further questions? Well, you don't have my answer, so, except for any questions from Tracy or the attorney. All right, do we have a motion?
I'll make
You can go ahead.
a motion to approve because I see that there are already across the street the same AR, and they're bringing another one into compliance, so.
Okay, we have a motion, do I get a second?
I'll second.
Do I have a second? Any further discussion? All right, Kennedy?
Yes.
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 I cannot tell them that that they need to be at the public hearing, so Ms. Tracy, you may communicate that to them, because, again, we're only a recommending board, and, if the board of commissioners has some questions, they need to be here.
Yes.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Okay. Benjamin and Mandy Allman are requesting to rezone their 6.26 acres from A2 to AR to allow a second home to be placed on the property as accessory dwelling unit for her disabled parents. Property is located at 519 Poker Road in Danielsville on map 37, parcel 118 in District 2.
All right, Almonds, are you here? Please come forward. Tell us what you want us to know.
So, my husband and I have lived at the property now for a little over 10 years. And recently, in about the past 6 months or so, my mother's health has been deteriorating and my father's health is kind of borderline at this point. So we sold their home in Snowville. They had lived out there for about 44 years. And we are wanting to move them up onto our property by building them a small accessory dwelling. So the plan is, and I did bring our plan, is a 40 by 30 shop with an adjoining 40 by 30 ADA compliant living quarters. And my intention is aging in place. So we did consider, I know that there was a hardship option for a temporary dwelling, but I'm praying for years to come with my parents, and with the ADA compliance, my mother is already using a walker. She's dependent upon that, and that is the reason for the secondary structure, is to be able to make it safe for them with no stairs or easements to get in and out of showers or such. But,
Okay.
that's it.
Any questions for Ms. Almond?
So you say you want to build a 2,400 square foot? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. It's the total square footage is 2,400. Half of that is unheated shop space.
Okay, so they're gonna have a shop.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna have extra shop space in there, and then the other half of it will be their living quarters.
So, actually, how much do you think is the living quarters square foot?
It's right at 1,200 square feet.
And what's the square footage of your home?
I'm probably right over 3,000. Yeah, I think we're probably right at the 3,000, give or take 100 square feet or so.
So the shop just for hobbies?
Yeah, we do have a small hobby farm. That's kind of what we did with the property. We're only 6.26 acres, and we're an A2. If we were an AR, we wouldn't have to go through the process, but yeah, it's just more shop space. I would have my husband and my father, and they can't share a shop. I don't know. Some people may understand that, but they're going to need separate shop space.
I understand.
Any additional questions or comments? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we will open the public hearing. Anyone who wants to speak in favor of this rezone request?
I do.
All right, please come forward, state your name, and tell us what you want us to know.
I'm Morgan Barnett. I work with Restore Pros, and we are a design build company, and so I'm a certified aging in place specialist, so I've been working with the Almonds, and I designed their plan for their ADU unit. Their property is currently zoned A2, and to be A2, they need to be 10 acres or more, and they're only 6.26, so they're currently non-compliant. So we would like to get them into compliance, which is why we're here today. But either way, they would be, I think per code, they're allowed to have the ADU. So I am in full support of having their family be safe.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Anyone else?
Just a little word. My name is Victor Boucher, same address. I know Miss Mandy for years, and what she's trying to achieve for her parents is something I wish I could do. But she's in a fortunate position to do that, and I hope you will approve the application. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
My name is Sherry Clark, and I have the privilege of going to church with Mandy, and I know her heart is to take care of her mom and daddy, and that's what the Bible tells us to do, and that's what she's trying to do. She just wants to have her parents there where she can take them to the doctor's office, and I know they have fallen, and she just wants to be there to help them, and get through this transition and be neighbors and just make sure they're safe and right there if they were to need her, she's right there versus having to travel to Snellville, right? So she's just trying to honor the Lord and take care of her mommy and daddy. So I hope you'll take that into consideration and allow her to do so.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? All right, is there anyone who wants to speak in opposition? Anyone wants to speak in opposition? Please come forward. What's your name and what you want us to know?
Scott Brown's my name. We own the land right next to them, which is right there on the right-hand side. I don't have a problem with somebody with a disabled family or anything like that, disabled parents, but we've been residents of this county for 60 years. And the thing of it is, if it wasn't right in my back door, I wouldn't say nothing. But this thing is right dead in my back door. If you'd like to see some pictures, I'll be glad to show y'all some pictures of where it's going to sit. And also, the grading has been started. And I mean, do they have a permit yet? I thought you had to have permits and all that stuff before you started any grading.
Well, that's not part of our.
Yes, sir.
We're here to entertain whether it's a correct rezone or not, if we will allow the rezone.
Can I step to show y'all?
Sure.
Okay. Right here's mine. This is my back deck. You can see right there where it is. See right there. Right there's off my back deck. This is here. This is here. Right there. This is the fence going right on my side of the property.
Okay, I think if you'll just show at least one or two of those, you just pass them around and, they'll be able to see.
You can see this is off my back porch right
While he's doing this, Mr. Tracy, is all setbacks we met.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
house, and then you kind of see this is, my house is here. It's down on 4th.
Yeah, that's several times.
Here's some pictures right here.
This yours.
This is where they want to put it. This is my barn right here. My house is set right up here.
So your property over there.
This is my house.
Yeah, I asked her, one of my questions to, Tracy was all the setbacks met?
They can meet all the setbacks.
They can meet all setbacks, okay.
And so the thing of it is that, you know, like we got a pool in the backyard. I mean, it's right in it. It's right there in my backyard. If it wasn't in my backyard, I really wouldn't say nothing. They can move it over closer to their house. I ain't got a problem with it. But the problem is, it's right in my back door. That's my problem.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Would you consider it to be tolerable if there was some sort of vegetative area between the...
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
If you put in some vegetation of screening plants?
I mean, they'd have to put in some big leaning cypresses or something, or there's another one they can put up on their side, because we cut hay off our side. And see, all that is farming country right there. There's no small tracks around there.
How much land do you have?
There's 15 on that side, 20 on the other side, 50 across the road. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
Anyone else want to speak in opposition? Do you want any type of rebuttal? You would.
So the Browns have been our neighbors for the last 10 years, and, you know, we've tried, and I think we've had kind of an on and off again, good relationship, bad relationship. I can see the Browns' back deck from my front porch. I believe my house was probably built prior to theirs being built. And so sitting on my front porch, looking this way, I can see their back porch, and I can see into their pool because there's not a fence or barrier around the pool. And we have discussed putting a privacy fence after the structure is done along that side, just where their pool is and their privacy and their deck, so that as my parents exit their dwelling, they're not looking out there directly. But as far as him being able to see it directly from his back porch, like I said, I can see their back porch from my front porch. And so I don't see how that would be much of an issue. But we're willing to work with vegetation. We're willing to work with ever. So it was actually placed in that spot because there is a natural driveway that goes straight down there. And when we had had septic out there, grading did begin prior to. There was a little bit of miscommunication, and Morgan can probably help me with that. We thought we were in compliance to do an ADA, and when we found out we were not, we halted. We stopped. That dirt has been there for several months now. We have not moved an inch. We put everybody on hold. But the septic, because of where our well house is, it requires 100 feet away from that. We were taking that into consideration, and really just kind of taking into consideration our entire front pasture is occupied by goats and sheep, and the rest of the property back there is all woods. And so we did not want to dig too much into the woods because we do have neighbors behind us as well. So that would be, if you have any follow-up questions or.
Anyone have any questions for me? Thank you, ma'am. Okay, we will close the public hearing and bring it back to the board for any discussion, or I will entertain a motion.
I have a question for our attorney. Because it's residential, we don't really put conditions on. That's something that the neighbors should work out about privacy.
Typically so, right. I mean, I don't know if there are any that apply in this situation, but the zoning ordinance has buffer requirements in certain situations. So that's, if it applies, it's addressed, it's in there.
Okay.
And that's why I asked, my question was all setback.
Exactly.
That's right.
Okay. That's all I want to do. Thank you.
All right, any further?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion for approval and a second. Any discussion?
You last on me. That's your guy.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes. All right, Ms. Almond, this has been approved by this board to make a recommendation to the county commissioners that they do approve this. So on December 2nd, I ask that you please show up at the public hearing. And also, Scott, we ask that you show up and tell the commissioners what you've told us. All right, moving on. Next.
Next is John LaFever with Giacomo LLC, applicant for property owner Faye Carter, is requesting to rezone a 2-acre portion of the 32.91 acre property from A1 to R1 to split and sell the remaining, and the remaining acres will stay in the A1 zone. The property is located at 173 Jack Sharp Road in Colbert on map 46, parcel 162 in District 5.
Mr. LaFever?
Mr. Chair, thank you. I'm John LaFever. I'm here with my wife, Suzanne. We're from Woodstock, Georgia. Long drive, by the way. We'll be back hopefully next week. We've purchased a property, this one right here, from, I forgot the name of the lady. Ms. Carter. And Ms. Carter also just portioned this out through the planning, and I believe the commissioners agreed to it. I think it's her nephew or a relation. And there's another house right here is the one we're looking for. It's a double wide. It's been vacant for a long time, kind of an eyesore. We would like to rezone that from A1 to residential with 2 acres off of theirs, and you probably have a picture of the big one. Because you can see how this is kind of right at the end, and it's like a finger, if you can find it. It fits in really well with the one that was just rezoned. Now this is opposite, right? So if you could see I believe the homesteads, is this way, Tracy? Which way am I going?
Turned around. All right, so here is the homestead right
Okay, perfect,
there.
yeah.
In that yellow.
And then coming along Jack Sharp here, the second one that was rezoned, and we're the third one along Jack Sharp. There is no road here, so it's just that one little sliver. Again, it's a double wide, it's vacant, it's in poor condition, it looks pretty bad. My business is to buy houses and fix them and sell them. We've done 272 of them. We specialize in trailers. A lot of trailers in this area. What we do is we usually put a foundation on them, but that makes the banks easy to get a loan on it for a conventional FHA. They don't like it when it's just hurricane strap. It also looks better when you have a full foundation on it. It's a beautiful home. We'd like to renovate it and sell it to a family.
Any questions for Mr. LaFever?
You just purchased the 2 acres or?
2 acres. The people that are selling me wanted to sell it at 2 acres. I don't.
2 acres.
That's what they want to sell it for, and I don't care if it's 4 or 2, truthfully. We've purchased a lot of homes. The 4-acre lots to us doesn't mean anything. It's not road frontage. So we hope that you would approve the 2 acre. It does seem very similar to the ones that are around it. We have no use for anything more than that.
Yeah, I had a question about the 2 acres other than why they didn't be full, but when I looked at it, there's a lot of R1s in that area. I think that kind of fits in the comp plan.
And I'm happy to give, pictures of things that we've done. Again, we've done close to, it's a family business. Giacomo's my kids' initials. So we've done quite a few of them. We're the largest We Buy Ugly houses franchise in Atlanta.
So,
Any further? Go ahead.
sorry, I just wanted, so my understanding is there's a trailer that sits on the 2 acres.
Mobile home.
Mobile home.
Correct.
And you want to redo that and sell it?
Correct.
Okay, and that's all the 2 acres. They own the rest of it.
There's another
Yeah.
32 acres or so that
And they own the
they own all.
original owner.
Correct. We bought one property, right next to the homestead, there was a small single wide. We've already purchased that, that was already zoned. And then the second one next to it was again given or sold to the nephew, I think it's a relation. And that one was, how many acres?
4.
That was a 4 acre, and we're looking for the corner one.
Yeah, the 2 acres.
Yeah.
All right, any further questions for Mr. LaFever? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, at this point, we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none, is there anyone who wants to speak in opposition? Hearing none, I'll bring it back and I will entertain a motion if there's no further discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
A motion to approve?
Second.
Motion second?
Yeah.
Any questions, any discussion? If not, Lee.
I will say, I know I'm notorious for questioning R1s. However, on this one, there is gonna be commercial in the area there. This is on the edge of the whole culvert corridor that has industrial and commercial use. down the, Highway 72 there. And if it doesn't fit in that, it certainly fits within the South Madison County for residential and commercial, so,
On you?
yes.
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 Yes. All right, so that's been approved again on December 2nd.
Yes, sir.
This will go before the Board of Commissioners, and they will have the final say.
Thank you.
Okay?
And last we have Regina Childs, and she is requesting to rezone 2 4-acre portions of her 101.43 acre property from A2 to AR to allow 2 splits, one to gift her son and the other to sell. The remaining acreage will stay in the A2 zone to retain, and the property is located at 2156 Rogers Mill Road in Danielsville on map 40, parcel 1 in District 1.
How are you?
Good. I'm Regina Child, 2208 Rogers Mill Road, Danielsville, Georgia. What I want to do, I have a son that lives in South Georgia, and he's wanting to come live on our property. He wants to build. So on the end of the property, I want to cut off 4 acres to give to him to build. And then I have a home that's beside of where I live that's on the 101 acres with my mom. And my mom and dad both have passed away. I can't hold on, I can't afford 2 homes. So I decided I don't want to rent a home. So I want to put 4 acres with it, split it off, and sell it.
All right. Any questions from the board?
Yes, on this site plan, 1 4-acre is, on the back side of it, is any road frontage on that 4 acres?
Yes. It's on Chandler Farm Road.
Channel Farm Road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would definitely have road frontage to run his driveway.
Any other questions? Not, thank you, ma'am. All right, at this point, we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to speak in favor of this particular rezone request? Hearing none, anyone want to speak in opposition? Not, we will close the public hearing, bring it back, we'll entertain a motion to approve or disapprove. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion? We have a motion and a second. Second.
Yes.
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 Yes, yes. All right, this has been approved, again, as I told the rest of them, on December 2nd. Let's go before the Board of Commission, we will recommend approval, but please be here, so you can ask any questions that they may have. All right, that ends our zoning applications on the public hearing, and we have, number 2, discussing approving the 2025 proposed meeting dates for the planning and zoning.
Yes, sir, and as you know, we always vote for these meeting dates at our first meeting in December, so I've just presented you guys with the tentative schedule for 2025, so we'll be able to vote on that at our December meeting, regular business meeting. And also leading into that, discuss the appointment of a new chair and vice chair for the commission, and that is usually we can discuss tonight if need be, and then we always vote the first business meeting as well.
Okay, just be prepared to,
Did she give us
She sent that, meeting on the email.
Oh, that's the email.
She sent it to us on email.
so take a look at that, and if you have any problems with it, let us know at our December business meeting.
And these dates align with Board of Commissioners and with our holiday schedule as
So
well.
our first meeting is December 3rd?
Yes, ma'am, I believe that's the day.
Well, this is for 2025.
Yeah,
now.
no, I mean, but this December, we have.
December 2nd. Ours is December 3rd.
Yeah.
Right. And be prepared to, appoint, or vote in, or whoever, for chair and vice chair at that time. And also, I think in December, well, you have 2 more meetings, right, Stephanie? We've been talking to our District 3 commissioner, but they haven't moved yet, so we may be somewhat short-handed to begin with, 2025. All right, is there anything else that needs to come before the board tonight? I got a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Moving probably second that we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. You guys have a great evening.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I just said thank you. Good meeting.
Thank you.
I gotta steal the camera back here.
Yeah, so I just put forward with it.